Good morning. Good morning. Let's get in this Alpha Trading Discord. See who's over here slugging around. Beautiful. Let's take a peek here. What we got? I got the old DLP still up. Let's take a peek. We got Dixie up here. Let's pull up the dollar, see what it's doing today. 5.9. So we end up to what? 106.2 almost. Interesting. Coming back. Testing the daily range. Bottom side of this 68.3% Laplace distribution probability percentage range. How do you like that? That's a mouthful for a Tuesday morning. Let's take a peek here. What I want to do. Let me see something. What's Bitcoin doing? Hanging right around 26. Gotcha. It's back on traditional. 1 second here. There we go. Yeah, gold down under 1910. Interesting. Pop gold up here. See a little sell off. Yesterday, yeah, a couple of rejections off of the 90 or 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Closed down below the 1 SD. What's that mean? Continuation most of the times. Are we getting some continuation? Yes, we are. Is the dollar going to find some strength today? We're about to find out. Out of 1 SD right now. Sent 2 wicks through it. Haven't closed the candle below the 1 SD. Beautiful. Second support level for the daily volatility range. So Dixie breaks back up. Let's see if Dixie. Hold on, let me scale this down. Get this all right. Yeah, second support level. Yeah, second support level on the monthly. Been tangling with that for a minute. First resistance level on the weekly. The seconds up here already made a run. Didn't quite get there. Does Dixie make a 1 SD run the top side? If it does, yeah, you're going to see gold dump out. Big time. You will definitely see gold dump out. Finding support down here too, the dollar is. Right at the bottom side of the Laplace distribution range. 68.3% probability range. Fantastic. Got a little bit wider of a daily range. Still tight enough, definitely to have a trending day. So I have to keep an eye on that. Go over here on Dixie. See if we've got any trend happening right now. Get the DLP off here for a sec. Let's see. Yep, right down here on the 15-minute too. This little pullback. Interesting. You see, it got outside the power mean band. Mean reversion's a powerful thing. 15-minute candle, wick right to it, pulled back up, then sent one through, rejecting off the log MAs and the reverse wave trend down to the 99 log return moving average. That's right. I didn't say simple or exponential. We don't use lagging indicators here. Worthless. If you're out there using traditional technical analysis, just know you're using lagging indicators. If you're okay with that, there's nothing to see here. Move along. How's that? Let's see. The wave trend has definitely crossed down Fisher here too on the dollar. This dollar keeps rejecting here. You're going to see this power mean band throughout the day here cross down through this 99 log MA. It's already got about 3/4 of that power mean band has already crossed down through the reverse Fisher. Definitely not one of the most bullish setups I've ever seen. Indeed. Let's see here. Go up here on that. Actually, let me pop on this daily real quick. Yeah. Bull div, or bear div, my bad. From this run right here, bam, bam, these 3 local highs here, all higher lows on the returns oscillator. You're literally breaking down through the zero mean as we speak. And this is on the daily candle. Is this the end for the dollar for now? About to find out. 981 is starting to expand. It's negatively correlated. The 525 is expanding positively correlated. Then you got the 2400 literally sitting at a 2 percentile negatively correlated. If that correlation stays negative and we get a little bit of expansion on that high length volatility read, can accelerate that move to the downside. But you can see the variance is negatively correlated. Variance is negatively correlated, contracting. We know what that means as well. This data set's going to stay right here or walk up a little bit. Indeed. Until we, let's see. We just got to see if the correlation breaks on that. That's what we got to do. Let me go down to a 4 hour. Yeah, there's the 4 hour bear div that really kicked it off. As soon as it crossed the zero mean, 2 4 hour candles down. Even had bear div on the low length Z score as well. Little trend to the top side throughout yesterday, right? Coming down, testing the top side of the power mean band. Close a 4 hour candle back inside this power mean band, inside the 9 length log MA here. You can definitely see a wave trend, revisit the wave trend down here about 105.4. 105.4. Interesting. Dixie, what you doing? And this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. I mean, you tried a couple times to get above that second resistance level on the monthly. Keep pulling back inside of it. All right. Usually it'll flip a support like it did right here, right? But yeah, man, he's gonna have to sustain this. And in my opinion, if Dixie wants a continued move the rest of this week, you're gonna have to get above this second resistance level on the weekly. Indeed, you close up here around here today. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is gonna get real interesting because let's be real. You got the 95.4 Laplace above that level, second standard deviation. A little cap up here on the daily. Why do I say that? Well, it's a 95.4% probability level. There's a 95.4% chance the data set does not close above that range. I'm going to always go with the probabilities. Even when a small probability of the time could be wrong. All right? There's still a 4.6% chance. All right? Still a 4.6% chance. So it can happen. Get up around the third standard deviation normal distribution, the 99.7 Laplace distribution range, 0.03% chance you're going to close outside those ranges. That's what's great about these current candle distribution ranges on the daily, which you're seeing right here with the white cross and blue cross lines. Here's the center of Laplace distribution. Then you got the first standard deviation to the top side here, first standard deviation to the downside there. If you Google the two distribution models, normal distribution and Laplace distribution, you will see why this 68.3% probability range is tighter than normal distribution's 68.3% probability. You will see. And you'll see why Laplace distribution has fatter tails, right? Who doesn't like a fat tail? Come on now. Let's see here. What are we at? Right at the bottom of the 4 hour 68.3. See if I can crack into that. This is definitely an area right here, though, where it's going to be tough. Could go either way. You reject here, this thing could definitely make a 1SD move to the downside, maybe even more, maybe back to the weekly range. This thing doesn't get its shit together. This is a magnet for this data set. They always are. They always are. Let me see here. Okay, that being said, what else? SPY's down. SPY down 0.6, huh? Let's see where this thing's dropping to. Weekly, yeah, gonna have trouble with this weekly range. You got a new weekly range populating below the monthly. You see, right at the end of the day, this thing popped up a little bit, right? Indeed, it did. Where'd that close at? 432.23. Interesting. Let me pull up something here. Got to load my account. We got in here. Beautiful. Let's see here. Come on. Slow interwebs. Goodness gracious, man. Taking forever. All right, there we go. And it's up. Okay. Showed a little strength at the end of the day. Last 4 hour candle sent a wick right down to that 4 hour 68.3 Laplace distribution range to the downside. Almost ran a 1SD move. Bottom of the weekly range. Boy, those bears coming out hard, man. Don't blame him. You don't want SPY's data set up in this weekly range. You definitely don't want it above it, because if it gets above it, you're going to see this monthly retested. And here's the bottom side of the monthly up here. Scale down a little bit. Yep, there it is right there. So if it does get up, I mean, you got a nice range here on SPY. If it rejects here, if we get it down day to day, this thing could be doomed. Especially start breaking these weekly support levels, monthly support levels. Not good. Here's the second. Where is the third? Let's bring this up a little bit. Let's see how low this weekly range is. Put it down there. That's a second. Come on. Rise. There it is. There it is. We got 410. 410 and a half, right in that range. Monthly. This is the yeah, but you got the bottom of the weekly below the bottom of the monthly. So there's that. Let me double check here. Make sure, yeah, that's the bottom of the monthly. Right there, 412. Which is, you know, we got the monthly and the weekly ending almost on the same day. Let's see here. Let me see here. Let me read this. Wow. Yeah, good for you, man. Trading running village of time. Been watching stream for over a month now, and that's it. Yeah. And I can definitely say, yeah. I don't even know if I don't even know if you're in the Discord. But yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, when you have leading information and you know where these distribution levels are at, God, it makes it a lot easier. It really does, man. Makes it a lot easier. Let's be real though, trading is not easy. I don't care what you're using. Trading's not easy. There's a few things you can do to make it easier on yourself. One of them being study the VEPS, study leading information. It'll change your whole outlook on the markets. Number two, by using the VEPS, you're going to get great entries, especially with these workflows. You put together a good workflow, and I've got several different ones depending on what I'm doing. Getting your entries, you're going to get it down to it's going to be a work of art for you, right? You're just going to start to see it after a while. So when you get those good entries and you get the move you're looking for, you got to take your profit. I'm guilty too. Everybody is. Everybody's being greedy out there, and you don't take your profits. You will regret it. You don't take your profits in these markets, man, these algos will take it back from you. They will indeed. And here, the biggest problem, especially when, if we're going to talk, I'm going to talk about cryptocurrency and using leverage. Guys, stop it. Stop it with the leverage. You're making yourself a target, especially if you're not taking your profit. These people that get in these big swing trades and just start adding on to their positions when they get a move going in their general direction, that is a really bad idea. It's a better idea to trade intraday, trade the intraday volatility, take your profit, limit your losses, right? Because there's going to be some of those times where you don't get the entry you're looking for. Why? I'll show you why. All these correlation breaks. These are all correlation reads for the 3 volatility links I have up here on this indicator. Look at all the breaks in correlation. I'm talking about from positive correlation to negative correlation. The slope has a lot to do with it. It's all about slope. I've had this argument with other people that have studied the same thing, and it always comes down to the point, oh, maybe he's right. No, it's not maybe. I've been looking at this for a long time. It has a lot to do with slope. Same thing with trend. I'm not going to say it's not as powerful as the slope happening with the volatility correlation, but indeed, you start heading down into trend or heading back into a random walk, usually you can guarantee. Sometimes you get some stuff like this. Really good entropy reads. You go into trend, come right back out of a random walk. Look, the indecisive, the buyers and the sellers right now in the market, pretty crazy. You're getting a lot of wild entropy reads. Indeed. This 4-hour candle, literally on Dixie, came back down, tested the top side of the power mean band, and this thing can take off, man. This thing could take off. And if it does, SPY is going to get crushed. It's where we almost at 106. Yeah, sending a wick right through there. Let's see. Dixie has got to get above these resistance levels. If it doesn't, it's going to be a down day for Dixie. It really is. Oh, the wolves. Let the wolves out. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yesterday, Dixie really did end up having that sideways day that I was talking about too, right? Like they're trying. The dollar bulls are trying. You know, I mean, Dixie, once it got below that monthly resistance, right? There's really nothing holding it up there, right? It can go down pretty easily, but the fact that it stayed up shows that the bulls are really, really trying.
I don't know how much sideways though Dixie went yesterday. At the end of the day, yeah, but man, this volatility range, we're seeing trend.
After we hit that 4 hour, after we hit that 4 hour Laplace, like what, an hour within Market open.
Let me see.
It's up there. It's right at the
Yeah,
top of that
dude,
little hill there.
it literally ran to the second standard deviation above, pulled back and closed right at the 1SD. But look, a little bounce right at the end, sold off a little bit. Then pretty much, I mean, yeah, you got you got the weekly and monthly resistance levels. So yeah, that definitely cap price action for sure. And it went into the close of the day just sideways. I mean, it was made it pretty damn easy. Made a real. Let me see something real quick here. Yeah, what was that 10:30? Yeah, here's that pullback right there that gave that little relief at the end of the day. I'm talking about when SPY had that little pump at the end of the day. Interesting. What was the close? Let me see here. Yeah, back here. Yep, that was it, man. Right here. Boop, 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 boop. Which gave you this. There's 3 down candles on SPY. That was the last 3 15-minute candles of the day. So SPY pop. SPY pop. But yeah, like I just said, this is going to be tough. Dixie's got a little bit of a rough ride here. It's got to get above those resistance levels. I'm not championing this thing at all. Trust me. I'm just looking at what the data set's doing and being like, you know what? You got this, that, and the other. You got the monthly and weekly resistance level right here. Dixie cannot get above it. It's damn sure not going to test the top side of the 68.3. Obviously, this is literally dead center in the distribution range. Pretty much the mean of the distribution today, whether it be Laplace or normal distribution. You've got this monthly resistance level perfectly situated right here. Pretty good. Pretty good action. So which way is this thing going to go? We about to find
middle
out.
of the, I think it's middle of the Laplace distribution for the daily, just right above that weekly resistance too, just right above that. So if Dixie can make a move to that middle of that distribution, right now you're on top of that weekly distribution. If there, she can run if she makes that move.
Yeah, because the weekly is just the volatility range. There's not really a weekly distribution. I mean, you can put it on a weekly candle, and there's going to be current candle or the current candle weekly distribution levels. Don't have them on here. Just have the 4-hour in the daily. But yeah, man. These volatility ranges just as powerful, just as powerful.
Well, what I was just trying to articulate is that she gets above there, right? Then she can use that as support, for a more upward motion. She makes that move to that middle of that distribution on the daily, for the Laplace distribution.
Going to the right line. Well, let me read this again. Nice. Okay, back. And it's trying. And just the way everything's setting up right now. Like I said, here's what I'm really looking for. Where you at, Dixie? Is that 3-day? Hasn't got there yet, or did it on that one tap? What was the high? 106.2. Boy, got close. 0.477. I'm looking for this reverse wave or reverse Fisher up here on the 3-day. Let's blow this up. Boy, it almost got there. At this point, this thing is going to get tapped. What it does after that, because you got we're talking about 3-day candles. You got quite some time before the power mean band, the log MAs, the reverse wave trend, or even thinking about crossing up this reverse Fisher. Indeed. So more of it, this will be a cap, and then you're probably going to get a pullback on Dixie, either coming in when this 3-day candle load up. Yeah, we're about to get a new 3-day. 22. I think today. I believe today. Yeah. Because we got the new one on Friday. Okay, good stuff. So we're going to get a new 3-day candle today. Well, I'll tell you what, tomorrow this thing could pop right to it. At this point, it's really looking like it's on a collision course for it. But then you've got like the 9 log MA top side of the power mean to pull back to. It's pretty much 2 points. 2 point move there. Come on, girl. Get up in here. Where's your brother? Esa! Had to yell at the dog. Let one in, yell at the other one. All right. That's right. Look at this 2-day, gangs. This is up and above. Yeah. Look at Dixie. Oh boy. Ooh, that's spooky. That's spooky. Yeah, and this is another thing. So you look at the 3-day approaching that reverse Fisher. Guys, this doesn't happen very often. This does not happen very often. Now, 104.738. 104.738. Got a good place to pull back big time because you're outside the power mean band. You're above the reverse Fisher. Like I said, this thing's going to pull back, go sideways. Something's going to happen. So you can see on the 2-day, you're getting ready to cross up this reverse Fisher. That's what I was talking about on the 3-day. It's going to be a while for the 3-day. There's a big gap in between there. Look at something real quick. Where's that 5-day at again? Yeah. And you're finding the wave trend is turning up on Fisher. 103.4. Before this is said and done, you're going to see this get tested at some point here. This wave trend will get tested again. And then we get this 25th. That's right. Yeah, end of the week, man. This thing pretty much, I'm pretty sure, closes on Friday. Get a new 5-day candle. Okay. Trending. Nice little trend on the 5-day. Let me see something here. But look, this whole move, once you got up above a reverse wave trend, every one of these 5-day candles, look at the returns oscillator. Look at the returns oscillator. Returns has been coming down the whole freaking time. So what's going to happen here? If this thing doesn't dump out, because you're setting up hidden bull too from the cross up of the zero mean, right? You're getting a lower low here. God, the fact the Z-score too heading down almost about the same time. So the Z-score of the returns oscillator heading down from right about when you close that first candle above a reverse wave trend. It's just been running. This is not sustainable. This thing will pull back. 103.8. Win though, right? Win! The volatility's still very low. 981 is crushed. Zeros. 525s at an 8%. Grades at 10.39. Then you've got the 2400 read at about a 50. Just sitting right in the middle. And the contraction of the 525 that's going on is negatively correlated. The 981 had a couple breaks here. Definitely had a couple breaks. Let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. But right when the volatility, the 981, 981 started contracting. It was negatively correlated right there. 525 fell off a cliff, negatively correlated. Then you had this little bit of expansion, right? 2400 contracting, negatively correlated. Yeah, good stuff. And this thing just walking up. Walk. Back to the daily here. This dog just out here going berserk. Yeah, look at the daily volatility, man. There is a move coming in SPY. On the dollar. Boy, is this? Give me 1 second here, man. I got a dog going absolutely nuts out here.
My point, African, is not to follow the news. That's my point, bro. And you know that, obviously. And yes, it's funny what you wrote. The people who said, buy one day and sell the other day were clearly wrong, just as I said they would likely be. Because people looking for perennial historical patterns on things like holidays are sure to be disappointed when they take advice from fools who don't actually trade and just write articles for a living.
Oh yeah.
If your job is to write articles about when it's good to buy or sell, you're not actually a trader. You're a writer. Good. Yeah. Keep writing. Keep doing what the editor requires of you and what the publisher requires of you. That's your job. Pay your bills. Be happy. If you're a trader, you're not spending your time trying to find the greatest clickbait to convince other people about whatever is worth clicking on to sell your soap products or whatever you advertise on your pages. Financial vehicles. Anyway, didn't mean to get sidetracked there, but as you stepped aside, I figured it'd be a good time to mention it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
African's not here right now. Maybe he's listening to this thing in some other channel.
Oh, he's listening
somewhere. He'll hear it on replay.
He's listening somewhere.
For sure, yeah.
He's
The
not
monkeys
far.
have his recording devices working.
Got his Wi-Fi buckets all set up.
Yes, got the buckets running. Although he's not trading on Max.
They're like, this is a bot. This has got to be a bot
Yeah.
trading, because he's just like taking
Yeah.
those little tiny trades. They just were like, all right,
Yeah.
we're gonna halt this.
Yeah, exactly. They're having a hard time believing a human can actually do such things.
Probably.
Yep.
Probably.
For sure.
I would imagine that's why.
Wait, somebody not over leveraging a ridiculous position on a crap coin? No, it must be fake. Ban it.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
he was, trying to use his profit to make more profit, like within the same 24-hour cycle, right? And
Yeah.
you just tend to not like that, right? Because things have to clear banks and stuff. So
yeah, it's just that they're, like a lot of bucket shop. I mean, look, they've been around not so long, but it doesn't matter. Like plenty of well-known people in this space trade on them on live streams and things, and it's not like they're an unknown quantity in terms of exchanges, right? Like, they're not the biggest, but they're certainly well-known enough in the space. But they're not used to seeing crypto degens make intelligent moves, right? And they're not used to seeing people not over leverage ridiculous positions on illiquid coins.
Yeah.
Like the kind of trades they're expecting to see on those kind of coins is, some foolhardy goes in there and, 20x's or 50x's or 100x's some ridiculous coin, which has practically no liquidity, and gets wiped out, and they take all the money. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. That's normal for them. So when there's something beyond one standard deviation of returns on their book, if a trader doing things outside that range of returns, that standard deviation, they're like, this can't be a human being, or it's a human being doing something that we don't like. Let's ban it.
It's the casino rule, right? Let's ban him.
Yeah, and it's unregulated, so there's nothing stopping them. Like, there's no recourse. You can't go to the CFTC and be like, hey, these guys are preventing me from trading even though I have a legit account. There's nothing you could do. They could decide who they want on their platform and who they don't. Period. End of story. So it's really no different in that sense than like the old binary option stuff. In some ways it's more free ranging because it's completely deregulated. So yeah, good times. Anyway, but yeah, the point is, don't trade the news. Trade the VEPS. Let the fools trade the news. Let them get wrecked. Let them be the other side of our trades. Always.
There it is. I'm doing something real quick if you want to continue with that. Got to get something loaded up here.
Speaking of regulations, I'm literally like with stuff to do with. I'm literally dealing with news and regulations at the moment.
Right.
Like things in print, things online, the newspaper articles, and stuff related to like SEC and everything else. And hopefully the government shutdown won't affect our launch, because if that happens, then who knows what's going to happen with that thing. But hey,
it's freaking clowns.
You always hope that it's not a trap. But if it is, oh well.
Yeah,
sometimes government makes me feel like
it's a scam.
That's right. Government makes you feel like that sometimes.
It's a scam.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely anti-government or something. I realize someone needs to build the roads and whatever. But, generally speaking,
it's a scam.
Just my personal opinion.
Something interesting going on here.
That's right. Woo-hoo!
I got to go down here real quick. Look at our little friend. Look at little Lift. Look what Lift's at.
Little Lift.
Under $10 Lift. Look at this daily. Oh, wow. No trend to the downside. Almost at the daily Fisher. Boy, this thing's so close. Look at this week, or this 5 day real quick. Right at the bottom of the power mean band. You're not going to get a lot of 5 days, not giving any good history here. Blow this up, see where that's at. Right at the bottom of the power mean band. Not saying it can't blow below it. That being said, this is really interesting.
I have a 50-50, shot at this, but I don't think today's going to be a very good day for the bulls. I think today's going to be a down day, right? You get a little bit of recovery yesterday, but then Hillary's just saying that it's going to be down. I looked at all the major mega caps and SPY, and it just seems that that's what it is, just on the macro.
Yeah. 12, 11. What was this at? 988. I want to definitely bring it back. Let's see. 31. All right. I'm going to let that play out a little bit. See what happens here. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, man. It's kind of I agree. I don't think this is going anywhere. Get you on SPY real quick. Let's see. Come here, you. 29, huh? Little booger. SPY. Let's see what this new range is. Look at that. Right on the market open. Look at lift. Pop right to 10. Jesus Christ. Pre-market, it was like 970. You little bastard knew I was looking at him. That's all right. Told you, when lift dips below $10, it gets real frisky, man. It gets real frisky indeed.
Gap trade is kind of below that 63 or Laplace, and it's pretty close to its first standard deviation too on the daily.
It's dead right in the middle between the bottom side of the 68.3 and the first standard deviation. It's just hanging right there. Pull this up a little bit.
The question is just what does Dixie do, and then is that a 2SD move, and then that's when things get interesting.
Come on, get your butt up here. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Today, very slow. Slower than other days. Come on, man. I can't even drag my chart around. Good Lord. Yeah, this is... Control yourself. Okay. Let's see. Bring her up. Come on. That's funny. Lift pop that much. Yeah, here we go. Down here, what? 425? 95 for Laplace? Boy, for something to be below the 1SD, man, Jesus. You're paying for puts right now. There's no doubt about it. Those 425 puts are 17 cents. Outside, where is that actually? 425. Yeah, I mean, you're down. That is just horrible. What do we got the daily? Daily on SPY, 1SD the downside, 428 and a quarter. God, tasty, really? 425 and a half. I mean, come on, man. How are you that far off? That's disgustingly bad. Jesus, man. You got to be kidding me right now. Why even have them on there? That's right. Yeah, I'm frustrated with shit like this. Got these guys out here, well known on YouTube. They're not bad guys. Get your shit together with the math here, boys. Because you are literally, Jesus, way, way, way badly. If people are actually using this as the first standard deviation, my God, what's the top side? You see how far off the top side is. We got up here 435 pretty much. Damn, and you're at 433 and a half on the top side. Bottom side, you are way off. I mean, way off. Got a 425 and a half. Jesus, man. We're at, Jesus, man, almost 3 points to the downside. 1.5 points to the top side. Does that make a difference? Hell yes, it makes a difference. Any of you traders out there, you want real normal distribution ranges and Laplace distribution ranges, come into alpha trading, man. Not many people get this math right. I'm sure people out there right now are going, well, how do you know your math's right? Well, because I just know. There's only one other guy I've ever seen it get right. Until Van came around. There's literally only two. I've only seen two freaking people get this right. Seriously. There's indicators out there. They're just not right, man. The math is wrong. And there's one main reason why, and the fact that smart people haven't figured it out yet blows my mind. Blows my mind. Pretty freaking bad. All right. What are you doing, SPY? Yeah, and you literally opened up below the first support level on the daily, too. Telling you, man, this dollar gets going. If this dollar gets going.
Looking at that, though, I mean, look at where that first support on the daily is, and then the bottom side of the daily. There's about, what, 50 cents separating them?
The bottom of the 68.3 and the bottom of the daily, is that what you're saying?
No. The daily range. So the bottom side of the daily, and then the first support on the daily.
Pretty tight.
I mean, so that's...
Yeah. Overall, though, pretty big range. Let me see here. Yeah, that's what you got to love about the Dakota, this indicator, man. It just populates it. It's awesome. And it's amazing when those areas start hitting. You're like, what the hell does this thing know? Right?
If only it could populate.
It's the mad calculator.
Before the market opened.
There it is. Bottom of the daily, right at the 95 for Laplace. Or no, sorry, that was yesterday's Jesus. Bottom of the daily is down by, it's below 95 for Laplace and 2 SD. Below it. What we got down there? 14 cents. Interesting. So look, we got to go over here, man. Let me see where this thing's at. And there's the S&P. There's reverse wave trend, 422. This is on the 5-day. This at this point. Yeah, man. I see this thing getting tapped. You're below Fisher. Literally gap down. That last 5-day candle. Gap down below Fisher and still running. There's a 33 log MA, about 427.65. Then you got wave trend, 422 and a half. Let's run down through these macro time frames real quick. Oh, yeah, man. What did I say? 422 and a half? It's right at the 3-day 99 log MA. And you just literally on this 3-day candle, literally gap down. You're up under this sucker. Jeez, man. SPY. Are you trying to look weak? Because you look real weak.
That's a new candle, isn't it? That 3-day. Or that's a new dot on the reverse wave trend, right? Because I was pegging, 422 on the 3-day, right? But
yeah, we got a 2-day yesterday. Yeah, did we just get the 3-day? Yeah, just got it. Yeah. And it literally gaps down under.
Not good.
No, not good at all. And you're gapping down, opening up below that reverse wave trend. Let me see 2-day 422. That's 425, 410. Yeah, it's matching up there. Let me look at the daily. Looked at this in a minute. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, fuck. It makes it so tough, though. Really looks like it's going down far, but man, you got wave trend getting ready to cross down Fisher right here. Don't think these bulls can spoil the bear party, man. Run this thing up to where this is crossing. Especially, you got the log MAs and stuff too, getting ready to cross down.
You go back up on the 5-day.
Look at the trend. Jesus. Look at the trend on the daily. Crazy, man. Trend on the daily is still going hard. And this down move has been a random walk on the 5-day. God, if this 5-day goes in the trend, last trend on the 5-day was to the top side, right here. Up. Running up. As soon as that prediction model flipped and it pulled inside the 2SD band, that prediction model definitely flipped. You got 3, 5, 15 days, 2 weeks. 2 weeks down. Didn't close the candle outside the 95 for Laplace distribution range.
Anybody on TradingView viewing the screen that Bilbo has up, right? So you can see it on his screen. Look what happens whenever the pricing gets below that white dotted line every time. Look what happens. The market just flushes. And these are weak time frames, right? So, it's just, that is never a good sign when that pricing gets below the reverse wave trend, because usually it takes a pretty big volatile
What a
move to get
mess.
back above it too. So it's usually a good sign that things are not going well.
This 4-hour trend turned right back down. You had the prediction model flip yesterday, or the 2 4-hour candles. Man, this thing turned right back down. God, look at the 4-hour.
And it looks like Dixie is going to get above that weekly. Looks like it. I
It's
haven't looked at
trying.
the volatility.
It is definitely trying. We go down there in a 15 minute. Where's this at? Jesus, look at this gap down. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This thing closes up by 432 and just gaps down 3 points. Interesting. Come on, UPM, populate. Let me see what you doing. I got to get SPY up on this too. See this 5-day real quick. Scale this down. Come on. Come on, little boy. There we go. Scale down. God, why is everything going so slow? I'm gritting my teeth. I'm glad I have patience. Let's see. Wow, man. So is this thing going to head to the power mean down there? It's right at 425. Literally just opened up the daily below the RMLR up here on this 5-day candle. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What is that? 425. Jeez, man. What are you gonna do today?
That is your 2SD move that I was talking about earlier.
Huh? On the well. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I mean it's deep down in here. I don't know, man. It's a hell of a move. Hell of a move. Not saying it can't happen. I mean, look back here. Last Thursday, 2SD closed right at the 2SD. Then had a very nice rebound, which you're usually looking for continuation. I mean, these algos are punching people's teeth out. I mean, there has been a lot of sell pressure. As much as these markets just look trash, man, it's really hard to get into any intraday puts here. I'm telling you, really hard. Really, really hard, especially when you're looking at the power mean bands and all. Oh God, you're so far below, even on the 15 minute, which is just a wow. Bull's got some work to do though. God, look at this right out of the gate pre-market, right? Volatility all expanded, pretty much all negatively correlated on that gap down pre-market. Now this thing's just rising. Rising, rising, rising. God, got Shannon Entropy percentile. The prediction models flipped to the downside on the open. Wowzer. Let me look at. I'm telling you though, man, this 5-day, boy, it's sure looking like it wants that action too, man, on the 5-day, which I would definitely be a. And this is the it's a 33 or the 30. Pretty sure it's a 30. Let me check real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. Settings. Yep, 30. Change it to the 30. So you got the 30 power mean right at the 5-day, 2SD and 95 for Laplace, right on the 5-day, which is literally closing on Thursday. Yeah, I think. 425. 425, huh? Let me look at something real quick here. We got 3-day. Yeah, 29th, huh? What's that, Friday? Yeah. It's Friday.
Triple Q isn't looking too healthy right now either. So again, we're always looking to which way the wind is blowing. Triple Q isn't looking good because it looks like Apple's about to like flush. So
Flushy.
Apple flushes, Triple Q is almost going to flush.
Yeah. 25. Let's see this bad boy real quick. I'm trying, aren't you, a little shit? Daily range definitely been tested. I mean, this thing pre-market gap down right through it. Right freaking through it. I mean, it's a tight daily range, but not super tight. Not super tight. Is it enough to get this thing down that low intraday? That is a good question. That is a good question. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see here. Lift. Yeah, you popped up right to like 1008, I think Lyft did. From pre-market, it was like a 9.75 or something. And that's what caught my eye, of course, as soon as I go over there. I'm telling you, man, Lyft does not like to be below $10. And when it gets below there, it's popped to like 12, 13 almost every time. Almost every time. We're talking 20, 30% move every freaking time, man. Have I got some of that action? Yeah, man, I just sure did. Sure did. Triple dipped on Lyft at the beginning of the year. Forget the progression, win the trades. I'd have to look at the options chain, but I try to stay in the moment. I'm one of those guys. I don't look too often. And that's why a lot of people are looking at their options chain, right? They want to see, well, what were the market conditions like? Well, that was a bad call. I did that. And they're trying to evaluate all this shit, and they're using lagging indicators to begin with. Oh my God, there's so much time wasted. So much brain power is wasted. That's the biggest problem with people using traditional TA is what they don't understand. So much brain power wasted. Focus on the intraday, right? That's another thing. Like when people come in, they want to back test the alpha trading indicators. Back test what, man? You back test because you're using lagging indicators, right? That's what you're doing with lagging indicators. That's why people back test. Okay, well, this is what happened last. This is what's going to go on. Look, it's getting this. Fractal squirrels. Fractal squirrels. That's what they're looking for. Who's stealing my nuts? What do you think, Zentap? The old fractal squirrels.
These nuts. Ha! Got him!
Oh boy.
Emotional damage.
We have too much.
Hey, shout out to the Supreme Leader. If he shows up, he's been trying to get into the Discord or something. Click the link I sent you, bro. Just click the link.
Yeah, I saw a message from the other day sending me some other Discord links. I'm like, hey, now.
No, he said he was in the YouTube stream. So if you're watching,
oh yeah,
click the link I sent in the YouTube stream.
Yeah, but he sent me a message with
like a DM?
Yeah, he sent me a DM with some other Discord link, not ours. I was like, here, I'll just send a little news flash to everybody. I hate Discord.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go out there and tell everybody right now. So if you think I'm some Discord jockey and I'm just going to want to join Discords, absolutely not. I'm in two. And it's too many, to be honest. But in this day and age, hey, man, this is how you get out to the people, man. So you get out to the people. And the only thing I do like about Discord is the live streaming. But it's just Discords are wild, man. Discords are wild. We have a good one. We do have a good one as far as Discords go. We got a great little community.
With good content.
But most Discords, dude, it's just a troll factory. It's incredible. But yeah, we're pretty good. We got a good Discord. But yeah, so if you're out there and you send me a link like that and I don't join, don't get bent out of shape. Trust me. It's because I hate all Discords. not just the one link you're sending me. Cannot stand them. Plus, man, I don't know if everybody just thinks I just sit around all day on Discord. That's what a lot of people think because, I'll see something especially in the whale Discord and I'm there. I'm trading. I'm online. There's a Discord up. It's not like I am just monitoring Discord all day.
Exactly.
It's not how it works. It just happened. Hey, if I'm in front of the computer, Discord's going to be up. Might need to answer a question in the Alpha Trading Discord. And I'm one of the biggest trolls in the whale Discord. It's awesome. I love messing with people. What are these whales you speak of? There's about to be a pre-save campaign on Spotify for the first release, the first single from the whales, and I've heard it. It's really good, man. It's really, really good. It's no bullshit crypto songs, NFT. Oh, NFT, but it's not music like people are sleeping on the whales. People are sleeping on the whales. This music is really good. The team, this is what they do. That's why I got interested in the beginning with the Catalina whale mixer, right? I researched the founders and I was like, well, what the fuck? They're literally trying to change the industry. The contract they just signed with Def Jam is revolutionary, really. There's nothing ever been done like it before. And it was really easy. These guys have connections, right? So they called the two guys at Def Jam that they know personally. And they were like, hey, look, this is what we're thinking about doing. And they started talking about, we're going to start this project, blah, blah, this is what we want to do, NFTs. One of the guys immediately said, oh, NFTs, I like NFTs. I have some NFTs. Right there, it was locked in. Created this cool freaking contract that Catalina signed with Def Jam. Pretty powerful indeed. But that's why people are always like, oh, I got somebody you need to sign. Catalina whales aren't signing anybody. The Catalina whales got signed. If you have a demo tape, look, we're not looking to sign. We're looking for collabs, right? That's what the whales do. It's a DJ group. We're not signing anybody. We're already signed. That's what people need to realize. So if you've got good music, you think that's good music, and you want these guys to listen to it, their ears open, man. They will listen to your music. All right, so yeah, almost a 1 SD move already. You're going to reject off the first resist or support level, flipped resistance. Good on you, Spy. This thing just going to rip out to the bottom. Hey, and don't think like just because that we talk shit about traditional TA, there's a reason why we can. Because I'm going to throw it down the line right now. Especially the old timers here in Alpha Trading, we know traditional TA better than you know traditional TA. Trust me, there's not one thing out there I haven't used traditional TA wise. And anytime I ever use something, I really got deep into it. I know a lot about traditional TA. The most important thing I know about it and I learned about it is that it lags badly. It lags real bad. So.
And it is designed to fail.
Yes.
The majority of the time.
Designed to fail, 100%, man. So yeah, that's why we can sit here and talk shit about it. We've used it. It's not like we were just little freshly born baby volatility traders.
Exactly.
We all traded. But if everybody remembers the strat I finally ended up with in traditional TA, it was pretty good strat. The volatility I had at my disposal at the time I was using. But it was all number based and I took my profits.
Yeah.
And I took my profits.
That's exactly right.
And now I
managed my risk and I took my profits.
And now everybody's talking about, oh, crypto's going to dump. Oh, I hope. Give me cheap crypto.
Exactly.
Because if you're in the narrative, cryptocurrency's never going to make it. Guys, stop it. You're going to get left behind, man.
Yeah, we've heard that more than like a dozen times a day for the past 15 years.
Yeah. There's a reason why all the big banks have been jockeying into the position for cryptocurrency for all these years at the same time while they just talk shit about it constantly. They don't want you buying it, man. They don't want you getting involved in cryptocurrency. And when I'm talking about cryptocurrency, pretty much I'm talking about Bitcoin or some of these other coins and things going to have a spot in the future. Of course they are. People aren't going to be out buying a loaf of bread with Bitcoin. I don't think it's ever going to be like that. Bitcoin's a store of value, a great store of value at that. And now it's going to be the greatest store of digital art, which you're already seeing in the infancy of ordinals. Pretty crazy, man. Like, how cool would it be? Like, if I was getting married in this day and age, oh, I would have my wedding vows inscribed on a Satoshi. How cool would that be? Like a last will and testament. There's so many things you
And
can
the
do.
prenup, right?
Yeah, you can immortalize anything on the Bitcoin blockchain now. Doesn't matter what it is. Hell, you can put freaking whatever you want on there. It's crazy. The shit people are doing is pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Yep.
But of course, what's everybody saying? Oh, ordinals is dead. Okay. Throw it in there with, yeah, Bitcoin's, just because Bitcoin's dying, right? Bitcoin's going to die.
Exactly. I remember there was a website. I forget what it was, what the address was, but it was like an article counter of like how many articles have been published with like either a headline or the story, basically Bitcoin is dead or crypto is dead.
Yeah.
And it was like already in the thousands a couple years, like back in 2017 or 2018.
Right.
And it's just like, I'm sure it piled on many times since then.
Yeah. No lift.
And yet here we are, and crypto is still around.
Yeah, man.
And for every day that passes by, there's that, for every day it passes, it's likely to last another day. So, been out for 15 years, you do the math.
See something there. Pop this on up real quick. I just want to see one freaking thing. Pop this on. What about 15 minute? No, give me a daily. Give me a freaking daily. Yeah, boy, there it was up there.
Hello, this is ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah? Is it time? Yes. Where's the wave trend?
Oh, it's a bit early, bot. You have to say for yourself.
What do you have to say for yourself, bot? It was 11. Bot, what you What is going on? Why is that breaking up so much? I don't even know what's happening right now. I don't even know what's happening right now. I'm going to go to Golden Spot. We've been overrun by something. Oh, hilarious. I know what this is now. He asked for heavy metal. He's getting his heavy metal, isn't he? Jesus. Jeff from Alpha Trading is sitting in his office right now boogieing. I'm pretty sure Jeff asked for the heavy metal version. He's getting it. It's pretty funny. Damn gold. There you go. That was the heavy metal version for DB, wasn't it?
That's right.
Hilarious.
I don't know if you could hear that clearly.
Look at gold on the 5-day.
What's that?
Well, you got wave trend crossing up Fisher right here, gold on the 5-day, and you literally have gold right at that cross. Right at it. I mean, they've been going together here for literally 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 45 days, almost a month and a half. Wave trend and Fisher have pretty much been right on top of each other. Now the data set's right at it again. The 9 log MA is bearish, been rejecting off of it. Oh, all you gold bugs. It's a moment of truth for you knuckleheads. Love to carry around heavy, shiny rocks. You better kick up from here. Because if you break down, you close one of these 5-day candles below. I mean, I said this over here, and it picked it up, right? And ran right back to the 9 log MA. But this 99 log MA is just screaming for some love down here about, 1857? 1857. I mean, look, outside the power mean band, reverse wave trend test. Outside the power mean band, wave trend test. Right? Got the Fisher right there. Right back up to the 9, then the wave trend. We're right at wave trend again. Had 5-day candles ago. So wave trend's getting some action. Where's this 5-day candle going to close? You better hope it closes. Let me see. When you get a new one? Oh, shit. Just got it. Just got a new one yesterday. So yeah, man, Friday this thing closes. Friday, if this closes below, I mean, look, you're right at about 1900, 1901. You got 1901.87 for the reverse Fisher, reverse wave trend 902.5. 902.5. You close below that area on this 5-day candle, this thing could flush out real quick. But to be honest, I don't know, man. It was 21 day. Yeah, you're just coming back down. You're testing the 9 log MA. Is this thing going to pop again? I mean, the last time we came down on the 21-day wave trend was right back here. Right back here. Literally closed a couple 5-day candles below and then just rocketed right back out the outside of the top. All right. Look at the 3-day. This definitely does not look good.
And Google scalped. Easy profit.
Yeah. Wham, wave trend, Fisher, cross. I mean, it loves testing these crosses, man. Powerful area. Meanwhile, got, sorry, because I was one of them. And I used to call myself goofy. So I'm going to say all you goofies out there using like the death crosses, the golden crosses. You guys know that's lagging info, right? Why do you think? You go back in time and look how many times those crosses have just literally wrecked people. Wrecked people. Oh, YouTube Jimmy said there's a death cross. I'm getting in this really over leveraged short. It's going to pay off big time. Oh, I'm liquidated. Damn it. Stop it. God, people, please. Making me nuts. We're here to help you. We're trying. Gold on the 3-day. We're going to come down 1880. 1880 is the 99 log MA and the reverse Fisher. Let's see what the 2 days looking like. Tell you what I'm seeing. A lot of lower highs. When you understand what creates candles, why the wicks are the way they are, the candle opens, the closes, all that, then you can confidently say, look, these are lower highs. But when you're out there in traditional TA land and you're pattern trading and drawing trend lines and blah, 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 you don't know what you're talking about, unfortunately, because that can bite you in the ass real fast. Real fast. Now look at the 2-day. This was what I was talking about on the 3-day. You're down here at the 99 log MA. Gold. You better kick it up. You're going to be in the mid 1800s again. Little news flash for you. Volatility is really low. I mean, the 525 is up at a 68, but the more or less the higher lengths, the 981 and the 2400, got an 8.6 and a 0.75 read on the volatility. That's really low. Really freaking low. Does volatility like to stay contracted for very long? No, it sure doesn't. It's like a 13-year-old with his first hustler, right? You're getting ready. You're busting at the seams. Can't control yourself. Let me see here. What's a daily look like? Wow. This poor power mean band is getting a workout, man. Getting a workout. This is literally like a sea snake. Have to have a warlord come in and draw a little snake head on here. Let's see here. Good Lord, man. Goodness gracious. Yeah, SPY's spilling out a bit, isn't it? 428.3 now. Hold on here real quick.
SPY's taking its sweet time compared to like triple Qs and all those other ones. Those
Jesus.
are already past their 1ST, most of them more.
At some point here, gold's going to bounce. Look at the cross on the 4 hour. I'm going to be honest, I want to be a bit surprised to see gold here sometime during the next couple of days, back up here about 1922, to be honest. The more I look at this, the more I'm like, I think gold's okay. But I'm telling you right now, if Dixie takes off, gold's not going to be okay. Just by looking at gold, and Dixie's a little overextended on those macro time frames, we could be getting ready to see a little pivot here, man. We could be ready to see a little pivot here. Speaking of pivot, how about a pivot? How about I pivot over here and take his profit? How about we do that? It's not a lot. Yeah, actually it is. God, I should have gotten more. Didn't want to be greedy. Bought in at 11 cents. It's at 28 right now. I mean, I don't give signals, but I talk a lot of shit. And if you can read between the lines, you know exactly what I bought. I was literally talking about it several times. and where they put a bad 1SD at. Man, we should pop out this. We know. Little lift. The little lift that could. At this point, 1SD move, got a wick right into the first standard deviation. No, I just filled that.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
You keep doing that. Then I come home the other day, and it was all overflowed all over the floor. Don't ever worry about that. I got that under control.
Okay. Well,
I'm up here chastising mommy about the water filter. You guys are probably like, what the hell is he talking about?
yeah, no kidding.
It's like, get off the water. I heard you take the lid off. I was like, please don't do that again. Yeah, I came home and the literal kitchen was flooded.
I know, no idea.
I know you do now. I forgot to tell you about it.
Yeah, you never have discussed it. I just see it's.
Talk about leading information. See, I was right here. You were trying to mean revert, and I was like, no, we will have no mean reversion right now. All right, guys. Let's see here. Yeah, like I said, look, you just got to wick into the 1SD right here to the downside on SPY. If I can drag this chart up and expand it a little bit. Oh, trading view. Maybe I need to just max out the RAM in this computer. It's got 32 gigs of RAM or something. I mean, come on, I'm not running that much shit, man. Although these apps really crush it. Jesus, I got Tasty Trade up, Trading View up, Discord up. Yeah, put a little pressure. God, market just bleeding like crazy. Natural gas getting wrecked. Good. Go real far down, because this winter, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, they are probably going to kill us. They are just going to wreck us on these gas prices, man. Oil, natural gas, not going to be good. Not going to be good. Propane, Jesus, man, what was I paying last year? Is it $4.50 a gallon? Not good. Give us the cheap fuel. Like there's not a unlimited supply of it. They're bullshitting us, trying to make some money. Is anything up right now? Key? Pretty much a bloodbath right now in the markets. Literal bloodbath. Everybody's getting wrecked. Shorts are up.
You know who's really getting wrecked right now?
Who getting wrecked?
Intus. They just had earnings, and their earnings were actually pretty good. But
Who?
within, 15 minutes of the market open, down to the third SD.
Who now?
Cintas. It's CINTAS.
Oh, Cintas. Yeah. I don't even have it on my. Check it out, though. Well, they just
weren't
had.
overextended either, right?
Yeah, you see the trucks driving around all the time. Cintas. Yeah, Jesus, man. 99.7 Laplace, pretty much. 3SD. Yeah, that's a hell of a move, man. Earnings,
when you look at their,
of course,
when
earnings
you
are
look
all
at their
green.
macros too, they're not overextended, right? They're not like way above the power mean or anything like that. No, they were just like right in the middle, and it just dumped out.
With positive earnings.
Yeah, cool figure.
It did. That's why people fucking that trade the news get fucking wrecked. This was coming, man. You probably saw this coming a mile away. Let me put Cintas up here. Let's see.
The macro, like the correlation was negative, and then volatility popped. Well, it's down move.
Let's go up here on a 5-day. A little workflow here. Oh, Jesus.
Maybe it was extended on the 5-day, but not on the daily.
I mean, first off, you're outside the power mean band coming into earnings. Was there any divergence? What do you see there? Look at this high, lower high, higher high. Hidden bear divergence. When did you get the big candle down? Right when it crossed the zero mean. This 5-day candle. Look, this is the 5-day candle that opened up on the 21st. How many days before earnings? This move has already started, and everybody's probably reading all the news articles. Oh, Cintas. Oh, yeah, man, they're having positive earnings. This is going to be great. Hey, let's get in on this trade. We're going to make a lot of money. And look what the fuck it did on earnings day. It does a 3SD move to the downside. Well, that's what you get for trading the news and using lagging indicators. Look at the bear div on the 3-day. Look at the bear div setting up on the 3-day. And we're talking like 10 days ago this was setting up. 10 days before earnings are coming out. This thing is just flying down. Where to? Probably reverse wave trend. Probably reverse wave trend. Although if I took the right side of that earnings play, if you're not taking your profit right now, go do something else. Go take a underwater basket weaving class or something, man. For crying out loud.
So I think over the last month, I'm like, man, VEPS can probably tell you what things are going to do. It probably can. You know, I mean, there's probably certain circumstances where, you know, if Cintas came out with like $1 billion extra profit out of nowhere, then maybe it would change it a little bit. But it was already setting up. I just didn't see it, right? Because we can only look at so many things.
Bear div on Z-score and returns oscillator. And right when it crosses the zero mean, whoop, right at the top. Boop, 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 right to where? Where's it sitting right now? On the 2-day reverse wave trend. Sent a wick through it, but it's pulling up right at it. Probably going to close this 2-day candle right at the reverse wave trend. And that thing literally is closing today. Today. Let's see where this closes. But yeah, if you're in that earnings play and you didn't listen to the news, you weren't using lagging indicators, but you had the VEPS and you made that call because it was damn sure plain as day what this thing was going to do. Take your profit. Please take your freaking profits because they are there waiting for you. Let's even look at the daily. Let's see what's going on here. No, not on the daily. Let me see.
You win.
Oh, take that back, boy. It sure was on the Z-score, man. Sure was on the Z-score. Right at the top. Lower high right here, and then bam. You see. Volatility. Right, 4 hour.
I'm starting to think, you know, earnings aren't earnings. What they are, they're corrections on price. That's what they are in regards to the VEPS, right? Things get overextended. Earnings comes out, doesn't matter what it does, boom, it's going to shoot right back to like the middle of where it should be.
Yeah, look how it closed yesterday. Closed yesterday on some hidden bull or on hidden bear. Got a lower high right here up under the 33 log MA. The high was above it. So here's the high, higher high, right? Lower high, boom. Right on the gap down and then just was running right now. You're having an outlier on the 30-link Z-score. This thing's probably not even done. Look at the trend, man. The thing dropped right into the trend. It's not even to the second deviation band yet. Getting close. Look at all the volatility reads. Expansion. Wham! Right on the open. Everything.
So anybody in TradingView, this is also not a signal, but I would say do not try to counter trade this and get into a call, you know, down there at the bottom.
What happened to SPY?
Do not do that.
SPY fell off a cliff. I'm just looking at the profit over here. I almost just took and didn't, and I know I'm like, it's probably a good call because it just tripled. Jesus, boy, they flooded some premium in there. Bought that thing at 11 cents. It's at 42 right now. Yeah, hold on here, man. I got to make some. Where's it at? Second support level. That's why. Just can't be greedy. You just got to take your profit. It's a no-brainer. People would just take. What's that?
Look what Dixie did because she made that move to the middle of the distribution and she made it really hard.
Boom, 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 boom. You're at the 4 hour. You're below the 4 hour 95 for Laplace right now. Below the 1 SD. God, is this thing going to go to the second standard deviation? Give me the sign. Give me the sign right now. Let me see here. You know what? Let me come over here and play. Let me get down here real quick. Let me look at this 1 minute. Oh, God. Oh, God. Even this is the signature you never want to see, especially on a 1 minute. No bull div at all. Lower lows. Lower lows. Z-scores are turning up. Just started trending to the downside, though. And this is one of those cases. Look. I mean, a trend will blow the bands out. And then you're just waiting. That's what you want to see. You want those bands. You want the trend to go below both. And then when you start breaking up through them, that's when you see some changes going on. Chaz, it's got some more juice. It does. Let me see the 15 minute. God, look at this outlier on the variance. Most simple indicator we have, variance. Just a pure variance read. What is variance, you ask? It's the spread of data from the mean. The mean. The mean of what? Not price, because price doesn't have a mean. There's people out there. There's literally people out there talking about the mean of price. If anybody ever talks about the mean of price, just smack them. And obviously, I'm kidding, but just know they're full of shit immediately. They do not know what they're talking about. And there's a lot of people out there that will talk about it, that other people think they actually know what they're doing. This is the problem in this big echo chamber of trading. The people you think are actually good traders, they have got you so duped, it's incredible. And then there's little discords, little YouTube channels, right? People streaming on TradingView that you don't think that are anything. This is where the info's at. We're the ones that have the leading information. It's not like we're out here boasting. We're out here trying to get people to realize, look, all you real traders, people that really want to be a trader, you got to stop at the traditional TA. We will literally teach you for free. We will give you a free chart to use to learn the basics of volatility trading. Not all these indicators. That's part of our paid package. By the way, that's over 40 indicators. It's like $99 a month. There's people out there charging $500 a month for single indicators that are built upon. It's literally like multi-time frame lagging stochastic indicator. It just frustrates me beyond no end that people are paying these types of prices for indicators they think are good for them. It's just more lagging information, man. You know who the real winner is? The people you're paying that money to, because they don't trade. They're just blowing smoke up your butts, man. Smoke up your butts. We will learn you. We'll learn you for free. We'll learn you for free. Man, SPY is really taking a dump in the. Where is this thing going?
Or if they're not selling you an indicator package, they're selling you like a tool on like TradingView, and then they're selling you like a course on how to use it, which we all know is hogwash.
There's that 5-day wave trend. I'm telling you, this thing might run it today. This thing might get down there today. I don't know, man. Here's a 425. At 422, I don't know. I do think that at this point, though, that reverse wave trend on the 5-day is probably going to get hit, and that's at 422. That could actually be the bottom. At least for a little while.
It's either the bottom or that's the start of something much bigger.
Or or if it gets down to 422, probably see a nice bounce there and figure out a nice little range down there in between like 422 and I'll even say like 425, 427, start going sideways, waiting for these higher time frame power mean bands. Yeah, man. Excuse me. I'm hiccuping. God damn, should have bought more than 5. All right, man. I'm getting real close here to taking this.
I shouldn't have been focusing on Google, because Google went into trend, and I was just like, oh, okay, we'll just take that because that's not, it's zero TD. It's just get a couple days on the contract, so it doesn't pay out as much. Still, to the downside, though, I played that, and then I wasn't paying attention to SPY. But a lot of those techs, they were in trend early. Well, I don't generally get in. If something says it's in trend within 5 minutes, I do not consider it trend, just because it's using some of the data from the previous close that could factor into that. So I try to not get into it within 15 minutes.
Right. I hear you, man. I hear you.
I got below monthly, and I'm like, yep, that's a no-brainer. Just go ahead and note that real quick.
There's some chat here. What do we got here? Oh yeah, I'll have to look at those lyrics later. Hilarious. We got Yasha writing music. Yeah, baby. It happens. It happens indeed. What time is it? 10:20 already? Jesus, boys. Man, time flies when you're just yapping your sucks. Running your suck hole again. Been watching too many Don Shipley videos lately, turning out those fake Navy SEALs. If you guys haven't watched any of that, it's awesome. Don's a fucking amazing character, man. Amazing character. Longtime Navy SEAL. Team 1 and 2. Retired Team 2. Pretty cool. His son DJ is a SEAL right now. Yeah, man. Cool family. Cool family of patriots. But yeah, he loves to out the fake Navy SEALs. There's not a, I mean, God, what a bunch of fucking clowns. Let's talk about stolen valor a little bit. What a bunch of fucking clowns. That brings the F word out in me. I mean, what a joke. I just went into this one guy. The guy literally served, retired from the Navy, 33 years, was on like 15 different ships, operated in all kinds of different war zones, all kinds of stuff. Wasn't good enough for the guy, right? Then he goes, when he gets out, gets a fake DD-214. He's got like 3 Purple Hearts, Bronze Stars, Medal of Honor. He was a Navy SEAL, which all of that was all total lies. Why? Why would somebody do that? You serve 33 years and then just totally tarnish your reputation off some bullshit. People blow my mind, man. People absolutely blow my mind. But yeah, you start watching those vids, boy, you get fired up real fast seeing some of these clowns stealing all these SEALs valor. Pretty bad, man. Pretty freaking bad. You're going to try to pop a little bit of SPY. Yeah, let's look at SPY low time frame here. Just 15 minutes. I'm telling you though, that reverse wave trend on the 5-day really looks like it's going to get hit now. Let me go right back to it so we can see it. There it is, 422.5. 422.5. Now we already know. Let me scale this down a little bit. Yeah, monthly. Where's the bottom of that sucker at? Get up there. There's the bottom monthly. 412. 412 is the bottom monthly. Look at the bottom of the weekly. 420. 420. Second support on the monthly, right on top of the 5-day reverse wave trend. Second support on the monthly. Today, that is below 95.4 Laplace on the daily, second standard deviation on the daily, and it's below the first support level on this new weekly volatility range. Got a lot of support here. Wouldn't shock me at all, though, see a wick down to that second support level. That'll take care of testing that wave trend on the 5-day. And then I'm telling you, Dixie shows any weakness up there, which Dixie's almost at its top, in my opinion. Almost at its top. So we'll see what happens up there. This is going to go in playing probably to the end of the week this week. And then next week, yeah, we're going to really get a good idea what's going to happen here. When you trade intraday, though, you can be pretty confident using the VEPS, knowing what direction this thing's going to move. Especially if earnings plays. You know, hey, if you like earnings plays, seek them out. Look at the macros. A week before the earnings is getting ready to come out. Get an idea of what's happening. You're not going to get a bad read. I could go back to that chart and pull up an RSI. Guarantee it wasn't probably showing the div, man. Wasn't showing the div.
You can go and pull any ticker at random, look at the earning play, just grab a date, and then go and back test, just what happened on the div, what happened where it was in terms of the power means.
Well, you really don't have to back test the.
What I'm saying is it's just to show, just to prove the point that, hey, this was all like forewarned, like this was going to happen, right? You can show the math in action.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and you're talking about more or less just going back, using the replay function and just watching how the divs play out.
Not even using the replay function. You just eyeball it like you did with Cintas. Cintas just happened today, right? You can take, I don't know, like Microsoft, right? Because they dumped out on their earnings play. Well, I know exactly why they did, right? But you can absolutely do that in VEPS.
Whoops.
Because they were overextended, right? Because they had some huge pump a week earlier or something like that. They were overextended on the daily, and it just, everything was saying that they were going to dump, right? Everything. I'm glad I stayed out of that earnings play too. I was so dead set on it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe not.
The Symphony of Destruction. Who was that? Megadeth? Was that Megadeth? I think. Something like that. Yash is like, he's reading my lyrics. I was.
It literally is a Megadeth song. Yeah.
Yeah. My ADD kicked in. I kind of wandered off while Earth Bear was talking. Yeah, it happens, man. It definitely happens.
I mean, I was inspired to make a heavy metal song today by request from Jeff. So
there you go.
Just figured, why not get it done on the day?
Dun 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 dun. Megadeth used to rock, man.
Yeah, they're funny.
Let's see. The Symphony of Destruction. Yeah, man. Good freaking stuff, bro.
They had a very good sense of humor about them, too. Also, Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Classic. Yeah.
Classic.
The golden age of heavy metal.
Golden.
Yeah.
Golden. And the joys Black Sabbath brought. Especially, but then they split up and the joys just kept coming.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Ronnie James. I remember seeing Dio for the first time. Dude. First off, I didn't know he was a straight midget.
Well, that happens a lot with a lot of frontmen.
Right. Tiny. He's a little bitty guy.
Yeah. Well, Roger Daltrey from The Who also.
Yeah.
Short guy.
Yeah.
A whole lot of frontmen are short guys for whatever reason. They like the spotlight.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
I saw Ozzy out here, man. This whole Ozfest thing showed up with.
Yeah.
They were amazing.
Yep. 100%. And most people, especially younger people, have no clue. They don't even know those guys used to be Black Sabbath.
Yeah. Yeah. Korn came out. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Show, really.
100%, man.
I had a question. When you guys
Is it about Black Sabbath?
Is it heavy metal related?
No, it's indicator. So I was gonna let you guys,
No, it's all right, man. It's all good.
Just so you know how you guys have like the price predictor, right? The indicator. And
the APP, you mean? The price predictor or the APP?
The price predictor. Usually it's like a line. I think you use it on the RMLR too, right?
Right.
That sort of coloring, right?
Yeah.
I'm just curious, and I think the answer is yes, but that is built on volatility too, correct?
That is kind of the price prediction model. What he's exactly using, yeah, but it's also something we're really not going to divulge too much about how he built that. But
okay, no problem.
Well, like it says in the channel, I mean, if you read, you can read about it. There's actually a channel for it, right? The AT direction predictor, if you have access to.
Yeah, just go.
If you look in the EDU channel, you should see it there. It's got all the info there.
Exactly. If you have the indicators, you can definitely read about it. But yeah, as far as talking about it on the stream,
but essentially what it does, what we can say on the stream, is it predicts the direction of the price action of the current of the next candle.
Yep.
How it does that, our devs are amazing. Our math people are.
That's the secret sauce, right? That's something that.
Yeah, I mean it does use normal distribution stuff, so like whatever volatility and stuff like that. It does use.
Oh, I was just curious if it did use volatility, just because it was actually just sort of an off tangent because since I'm using on my lowest length on the DLP, I'm also using a price predictor model on that line, right? So I'm wondering if I have the DLP technically giving me a volatility read as well.
And here's the crazy thing about, and what I love about Entropy. It's like, look at this move right here. These 4 or 5 day candles, right? Almost 3 weeks. Bop, 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 bop. People be like, oh my God, you see the trend on SPY. That ain't no trend. That was random walk. That was straight going into a random walk, that move. That's in this indicator is so powerful. Like this move on the 5-day to the top side, right? There was a, and this is if you're up here, if you understand the prediction model and entropy, you're up here trading a 5-day because you work 5 jobs and got 42 kids or whatever your story is. It keeps you out of the noise. Keeps you out of the noise. Look where the prediction model finally broke when it got back up inside that 2SD band and the model flipped. Like back here, didn't flip. Just kept you in that trade. Then it flips.
Yep.
And if you just look at the 5-day, where the prediction model flips and flips and flips, flips. Guys, it's every damn move. Enough said.
Yep.
It's definitely pretty powerful. Pretty powerful little tool to use.
Yep. Yep. Like we say, trade the probabilities. Don't try to trade against them because you'll usually lose if you do. Trade with the propensity of the math.
Boy, no bull
Overwhelming propensity of the evidence is strong.
Yeah, we probably
The
going to
only way
see
you
a
lose
little
against
bit of a
the
pop here.
probabilities that I've seen is just when things go sideways. That's it. Just because things are, especially in the option world, it's just a ticking time bomb, right? That you're holding, right? So it might be up at the third standard deviation, but if it's where you're just going sideways, you're just losing value on it, and that's about it.
Hey.
Hey.
I got animals and people running around. It's crazy. Yeah, no, definitely up there. Like, for sure. If it's going sideways, it can get all twisted and stuff, like in the sense of like, when it's very volatile, right? And it's bouncing around, going sideways, what you got to wait for is just, an occurrence of opportunity. And it'll come, and you can always chunk down on the time frames, find it, wait for the next occurrence because it will show up. And the things will line up. The primary and secondaries will line up. And when they do, and you've got a few or more, indications saying, "Yep, we agree, we concur," you go with it. And when you see three, you'll see more than three because it always lines up with more than three.
Yeah, my comment is sort of directed back to that Cintas. Is like, you know what? You're down at the 3SD, but there's certain factors that might keep it down there, so you're going to go sideways. That's why you may not want to counter trade that, right? You got to wait for certain things to happen before you get into like that call position for an upward move.
Yeah. That's why you want to, when it makes that outside move, and when it makes a crazy outlier, the thing to do is to, first of all, if you're going to move in that direction, take your profits, right? And then you've got more capital for the next trip, whatever the case may be. And then, if it looks like it's about to flip crazy fast, then okay, get in the next position crazy fast. But if it looks like it's going to go sideways, then wait for the next occurrence to line up because there will always be an inefficiency to exploit. You're never going to run out of occurrences of opportunity. It's just, because returns mean revert. So if it goes down far away, it can take a while for the return to mean revert, but it will. And during that period of time, whether it's fast or slow, the occurrences of opportunity are going to line up by showing you with the VEPS information if it's lined up or not. Is there concurrence between the is there synchronicity essentially between multiple primary and secondary indicators? There is, great, go for it. If there isn't, wait. There's ain't no harm in waiting. Ain't no harm in missing the move either, because you didn't miss any move, right? You didn't miss anything, as we've spoken about many times. You don't miss moves when you don't take the trade. It's just another trade you didn't take. Oh well, statistically insignificant. And you'll find another move to take as soon as it lines up on those primary and secondary indicators that you
There's a move every day, almost every hour.
Not just every day. There's moves all the time, every day. Right? I mean, there's tens of thousands of assets across multiple classes of assets. There's no shortage of crypto, forex, stonks, whatever it might be, commodities, bonds, you name it. There's always something you can trade. So, and even on holidays, right? There's always crypto trading, and very often there's either dollars trading, or sometimes, depending on the holiday, there might be gold trading or silver trading, whatever it is. Because there's never, just with crypto alone, it's a 24-hour market. But like, there's other assets that also trade, maybe not 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but most hours of the day and most days of the week, if not 7 days a week. And then regular traditionals are, at least typically 5 days a week, except for holidays. So there's never any shortage. Plus, you got extended hours, So there's always that, because a lot of exchanges trade and they'll let you trade like CFDs or whatever it might be, outside of normal trading hours. So there's never a shortage.
I don't really go into the after hours, but I tell you what, for anybody on TradingView, if you went into after hours and that's where you make your money, and you're using the VEPS where everybody else is using something else, you're gonna be in like the top 10% of trading.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And you just got to be careful not to get booted doing too many trades in a day, and they get sus, and they're like, "What is this? You can't be human." Like, yeah, well, we're human, all right. Just gotta keep it on the down low sometimes, depending on the exchange. But if it's a regulated market, they can't just boot you for winning trades.
No, but yeah, they suspect it being a bot or something, and that's the problem.
Right.
They're like, how we're teaching people how to trade.
Yeah, but like CFTC regulated market trade, exchanges, they're not gonna. They're gonna see if you're a bot or not. They're gonna know. Yeah. Are you doing hundreds of trades a minute or a second? Are you doing thousands of trades a second? If not, they're gonna know you're not a bot, because big bots do that, or even medium-sized bots that are trying to compete with bigger bots, like Navinder's bot, right? The famous flash crash guy, right? He had a bot that he built because he worked at a bucket shop, so he knew how to build a relatively big bot, except that he's one person managing it, so it's not quite the same, and he got in trouble because of that, because he was stacking order flows, stacking orders in the books, and when he wasn't looking, it was like running orders and basically spoofing the books, and can't do that in traditional markets. Mm-hmm. So that's why he got in trouble.
I'll be right back.
So like if that guy hadn't done that, he would have gotten away, and not have gotten away. He would have. He was like at $50 million or something like that, or $70 million, and he would have gotten to essentially keep it all. The other problem that guy had is that he then handed over his money to some investment groups that promised him steady returns or whatever, which is just insane. Like, dude, you know how to make tens of millions of dollars a month just trading. Why would you trust anybody else to do better than that? You just crazy. But he did, and they lost all of his money, and the guy is totally broke, has no money. I mean, in a way, he's lucky that they got him off scot-free, basically time served, like 40 days in the clink, while he was just being debriefed by the CFTC, and they saw he had no money, and they're like, well, you don't have anything, so you may as well just go home, because just don't trade on any exchanges for some time or whatever. But had he not run his silly bot automatically when he wasn't at his computer, he never would have had that problem, because he would not have been spoofing markets when his bot was just running wild, placing orders and then canceling, placing orders and canceling them. And he wasn't even in a trade when it crashed. He was ready. He had taken his profits, and he went for like lunch or something, and his bots just kept, running orders and canceling them, and it was foolish, and it caused that crazy flash crash, and he just bought it back up at the super lows. It's really a weird case what happened with him, but it's a prime example of why you shouldn't use bots on autopilot for sure. Especially not in trad markets. Like, that's just a big no-no.
Well, he's using monkeys. He's not using bots. He's using monkeys.
Yeah, he's using totally. He's got goats and monkeys. He's paying them bananas and whatever chips they like to eat. Corn. I don't know what. Wheat. And whenever he runs out of goats, he just goes to them. Takes some more.
The goats.
He has the monkeys fine-tune his bucket.
But I wonder if, because he uses the MEXC, I think Warlord, to get on to some of those exchanges, he has to use a VPN, right, to get out of the Zimbabwe,
Yeah.
For reasons, political and otherwise.
Yeah.
And so that exchange probably could have said, what is this VPN? Oh, it's going to Bangladesh? That doesn't seem legit either.
Yeah, that's the thing, is a lot of biases regulate. They literally can do, they can block anyone they want. I mean, I've marketed a bunch of these places many, many years ago, and they would just block whole, forget cities or regions or states. They would block not even just a whole country, like blocks of countries. Like there was one company that I helped market. We wouldn't let anybody based in anywhere in like Asia, period. Doesn't matter if you're in Japan, Korea, whatever, Bangladesh, didn't matter. You were banned. You're China, you were banned. Couldn't use it. And part of the reason was because the people running the company figured out that people in those countries did math differently because they learned math differently in school. So they weren't fooled as easily as Western, and so they were winning, a significantly higher percentage of the time. And so if they'd let those people trade, on average, the exchange would be losing money. So they would just block them outright. Like, nope, you can't. If you're from Japan or whatever, like legally, you can technically trade with our system. For technical reasons, you can't. And they would just block them.
Mhm.
And and eventually those kind of companies basically had to, close out of their businesses or sell them to others or whatever. Basically, they couldn't run them here anymore, but they couldn't be headquartered here anymore. Where I am. And a lot of them moved to like off-site, like offshore islands and stuff, like Cyprus or places like that, where they still allow it. And it's crazy that industry still basically exists, but it does, and they really just rip people off. I mean, it's a horrible. It's way worse than casinos. It's a kind of casino, but it's much worse because they're really fooling people, and you're not even running real trade. You're running against virtual books, and there's a delay, and the exchange is allowed to manipulate the delay and price action, all kinds of silly nonsense. So, but yeah, man, that's why it's best not to try to run bots on traditional exchanges or any exchange really, but it's best to run these trades manually, and you're far more likely to have a winning day manually and not trying to rush into every move unless you see there's a reason to flip into the move right away. Don't do it, like because look at this chart right here. Isn't perfect, right? There's a lot of moves here where you could take your profit and then you can wait a while until there's a clear occurrence of opportunity, because it's going to be a little while until it sits on that level until it makes the next move. And maybe it's going to jump down to one level and pounce back up, or maybe it's going to go the other way, pounce up and then dip back down. Whatever it is, if you're going by the VRE levels, you're not going to be misled as easily as if as people who were just going by like silly nonsense indicators, obviously. And on these levels, you can see, all right, it hit this level. It got the target. It's probably going to reverse, but is it going to reverse right away, or is it going to? And you can see very often it's right away, but it takes a little while. So it's worth a little patience sometimes, just to make sure the occurrences of opportunity are lined up. And if you look at some of those outlier moves that they follow quick turnaround that then fail, that happens all the time. Like you'll see it hit a low and then bounce up, 20, 30, 40% of the loss and then fall down again. That happens all the time. And so that's why it's good to be a little patient and make sure you get the outlier. Make sure you get the occurrence of opportunity when it's actually lined up in secondaries. It happens on so many different. And Bitcoin is a good example of it. Happens so often on Bitcoin, it's not even funny. If the price action falls, whatever it is, 2%, 3%, it's very likely going to bounce up 0.5%, 0.6% or whatever, and then fall again, and then go sideways a bit and then bounce around, zigzag, whatever, until eventually it makes the next significant move. And that happens all the time. And again, if you're on the 1 minute, okay, it's got hills and valleys all the time. Make your moves quickly and get in and get out. On the 1 minute, it's kind of easier because you don't have to be as patient. You don't have to wait hours for the next opportunity. The next current opportunity is going to happen within anywhere from 7 to 20 minutes. 7 minutes, a half hour tops. You're going to have another hill or another valley, and you're going to be able to take it again. Well, like on the 15 minute, it could be a while. It's about position size. Obviously, if you're on the 1 minute, position size matters, right? And not just because position size also determines position in the queue of the order. So that'll determine whether or not you're able to get the move you want, whether or not your order is going to get filled, right? And then if it's going to get filled at the price you asked, and you're running with it, it might be that your move only lasts a half. You got to get out because it hit the target. You made 1 or 2 standard deviation moves. Don't be greedy. Get out, because if you see it's running out of steam on the 1 minute or something, maybe it'll last 7 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But usually you're going to have some kind of a hill valley, especially in crypto land, within 15 minutes to a half hour tops. You're going to have hills and valleys. And a lot of the time it's around 15 minutes for the whole side of the hill, or the whole side of the valley. You know, and again, those are not hard and fast numbers, yeah, but that's just like, if you're typically looking at the 1 minute, you can see those hills and valleys are happening all the time on, you know, at least a few times an hour. It's quite a common.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, on this 15-minute on SPY, you got both these RMLRs below the 30 power mean.
Yeah.
See the low length crossing right here. Time is that? Yeah, it's right around noon. Right at noon. The RMLR will be the 11 length will be crossing down the 30 at about noon. Not at about, right at noon.
Yeah. And there could be an intersect there with the power mean.
Yeah.
Maybe. Depending on how it all goes.
Well, how does he
For
know
sure.
that? Well, because price action predicts the future mean of log returns. That's what all will say.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we'll say about that.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Laser drill. Into the future.
Future. We love the
Yeah,
future.
it's cool. I mean, if you look at the daily, the daily on what are you looking at here? SPY, right?
Yeah.
Look, I mean, the daily, like on Bitcoin, has recently just been going nuts with these intersects
Beasting.
and these moves. And the 4 hour has been going nuts also. Today we had another intersect 2 candles ago. And look what happened. The price went down very nicely in the last couple of, okay, you can tell me, oh, it's only, it's a percent. Well, okay, you have the right position size, a percent, perfectly fine. Ain't nothing wrong with a good percent.
No.
Whatever, 0.8 or whatever percent, so it's quite nice. And you get those intersects, different time frames. So you always make nice moves.
I've been also kind of just peering over. The 2 screens is really nice, right? So I've been sitting here watching also Dixie. The last 45 minutes, those bulls can't get it back below that weekly, right? So they're gonna, at some point, they're gonna run out of ammunition. I'm looking at a 15-minute chart, right? So they keep throwing wicks below it, but they cannot close below it.
Coinbase just tested the weekly range. Out here.
By the way, that guy that I don't know who posted that in chat, the Bitcoin guy, who is that?
Hey, stop!
I keep seeing his face pop up.
What? Who? Whose face?
In the general chat. There's that.
Right there. Fucker.
In the general chat, someone's face keeps popping up.
Yeah, there's Bitcoin. Like what was it?
Who?
MicroStrategy, whatever. Who is that guy?
Oh, MicroStrategy. Yeah.
Michael Saylor.
What about him? Michael Saylor. He's like the CEO or founder of MicroStrategy. It's a company it's a hedge fund or whatever. Or it's an investment fund, whatever you want to call it. He basically he went long on Bitcoin and a few years ago, and he's just been gobbling up, buying as much Bitcoin as he can through his group since then.
Michael
And he's
Saylor.
acquired he's bought I think just 150.
Dude,
He's some crazy amount.
he's got
He's going to be his
155,000
group's already
Bitcoin.
one of the largest holders.
155,000 Bitcoin or something.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's awesome. Yay!
They just bought another.
Fan of it.
I think they just bought 5,000 more. Their average right now is like 29K.
Yeah.
So, hey man, not bad.
Yeah, they're not trading, they're not scalping. They're doing long-term investments.
Talk about they are the kings of stacking sats.
Right, like that whole meme about laser eyes with red eyes, whatever. It all came out when he started buying up huge amounts.
Yeah,
he was kind of like the first laser eyes kind of guy.
So if Bitcoin, just hypothetically, pumps back up to like those 2021 levels, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna make $5 billion
huge amounts
in a matter of minutes.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Ridiculous amounts. Yeah.
MicroStrap's market cap will be bigger than the whole market.
Yeah, whatever 150K is times 70K if it gets back to the all-time high, whenever it does. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But already it's a lot of money. He's got 150K Bitcoin at 29 grand a pop on average. If never mind the prices at 26, it's like, a lot. What is it now? Like just average 26 grand, 155K. He's got about 1, 2, 3. What is it like? Geez, that's a lot of zeros. Like 40 billion. Is that right? I think it's 40 billion, 300 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of Bitcoin worth of buckaroos. And if that thing goes up to you just do easy to do the math. If it's worth 3 times that much, $120 billion company, just you'll be easily one of running one of the a very significant fund. I mean, there are obviously much bigger funds, that are investing in all kinds of other things. But what he understands, and what a lot of people who get Bitcoin understand, with long term, is it's a lot of it is like an energy play, It, kind of like in a way like Tesla or something, right? Bitcoin is in a way it's energy, because whether it's old school powered energy or powered energy, whatever powered energy, it's effectively energy, because what is it we're transferring? We're transferring value, energy to certain things, whether that energy is in a financial transfer or an information transfer or any other kind of transfer of values. It's an energy play, and whether you invest in old school energy, new school, in many ways, crypto is a form of new school energy, and it's a lot of it is just basically math and energy, and he gets that in the long term. He definitely understands that, or he appears to. So a lot of other cryptos they don't really get that. That's one part of the problem of a lot of other cryptos is they really don't get that, or they're just not interested. They're just interested in the kind of a pump and dump situation. They're just scams like a lot of them are. But if they're legit projects, even they just think our use case is going to be better than anybody else's paper or something. Purple paper says that everybody is going to be using our protocol because it'll be the popular purple paper protocol. And well, why? What good is it? Do you have more distributed nodes that are decentralized around the world that are securing it? Do you have more computer hash power that is securing it? Do you have more actual people holding it in wallets and using it to make significant purchases, or keeping it in cold wallets for the long term while traders, move the price up and down and all around? In most cases, it's no. They're very illiquid coins, and they don't really have much of a future because they don't have widespread adoption, right? So as much as people will trash Bitcoin for being slow or whatever, it has the widest spread adoption. So it has the most significant network power, which means it has the most significant real value. Even if people don't use it day to day, like if 100 million people have some Bitcoin in their wallets, even though it's more than that by now, but let's say 100 million people have Bitcoin in their wallets, and only 5 million of us are actually actively using it, maybe even less, 2 million people, right? Let's just say, okay, but the 2 million of us are moving trillions of dollars of this stuff every month back and forth. That's a lot, right? The value of the of crypto may not be worth $1 trillion, but the volume transaction, that's a heck of a lot, right? There's a lot of fiat currencies. In fact, most fiat currencies don't transact nearly that much. But Bitcoin is one of the top currencies traded across the world, period. Right? It used to be 15 years ago a nothing thing that only hobbyists and like me were into. And now it's literal, and then slowly but surely, it's got more transaction volume than, the Ecuadorian currency, or the Papua New Guinea currency, or strange,
Zambian kwacha,
Asian currency. And then it was, look, it's got more transaction volume than some significant currency, right? Like, so, and eventually now it's in one of the top currencies traded around, not just crypto, but of fiat too. So it's surprise that it is only growing in value in the long term, never mind the dips and all that stuff that it has periodically, which just make it cheaper for us to buy some and stack it. But it long term, it remains a highly volatile rate, and it remains a extremely valuable asset because it's hard money, right? It's got all those Austrian economics principles. It's hard money. It's got a limited supply, and it's hard for people to grapple head. Like, why is a thing with a limited supply and the supply that's available is only diminishing? Why is that worth? Well, because there's less of it and there's a demand for. You could have a limited supply asset that nobody wants. It won't have an increasing value. Action, like a significant amount gets burned every time you make a transaction, and it doesn't raise in value. Why? Well, because it doesn't really have any purpose other than to try to play the price markets, and then eventually it's just going to fail, right? But Bitcoin is different, and that's one of the advantages of trading it. It has all the right pieces in place, and yeah, it may be slower, like I said, than all the other ones that are super duper fast, and we trillions of transactions a second, blah blah blah. Great, but if nobody's using your coin, it doesn't have value. If everyone wants the slow thing, then it's the slow thing that wins. The turtle wins the race because the hare runs around and gets confused. It doesn't know what's going. Takes a nap, and the slow thing walks past him and gets to the finish line first. And I don't think that Bitcoin will ever be it's like it's human nature to have competition. So as long as there's crypto, there will be people making other coins. But it's it has a very strong use case, not just because it's the first to adopt, but because it's the most adopted one. Anyway, enough about me ranting about crypto. I do like the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
I like it too. And that rant took us right to the close, which is perfect because I'm out of shit to talk about.
You can always talk more about crypto. But yeah, no, it's good conversation. It's a good question. So thank you for opening up that Pandora's box, man.
Yeah. We like the crypto. Wow, look at the intraday. Look at the VIX, man. Up pretty much 7.5%. Up over 18 right now. Which recently it was down to what, 13? VIX is starting to pop. It's had a wall up there around 1920 though. It hasn't sustained up there long. It's not sustained.
I'm just waiting for Dixie to pop here. I think she has it in her today.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, I mean, she's just throwing those wicks down there, and it's just bulls are just beating the bears off, right? Like,
yeah, you're above these resistance levels now. I mean, you got a good area here to pump it a little bit. It's been above it twice though, and see what happens on the third time.
Now the indicator, the new indicator that I'm messing with, right? It's the 15-minute just flipped positive, right? So that's on the 15-minute. So that's a pretty strong indicator that that investment looks to move to the top side too. If I'm reading their indicator correctly. So.
Yep, for sure. And here we are doing our thing. All right, guys. I got a ton of crap to do. Let's wrap this up. I want to thank you in the Discord for all your support. You're here every day. Appreciate you a lot. Trading you. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody watching. Hit that rocket icon. Give us some love. Don't know what the hell the rocket icon does, but who doesn't like to hit a rocket icon? Who doesn't like the rocket icon? We love the rocket icon. Just hit it. How's that? Link to the Discord is in the description right down here. Hit it. Hit that link to the Discord. Come in. Open up a support ticket. Request a free volatility starter pack. Get on your path to volatility trading.
You win.
That's right. It's free as well. So yeah, guys, we'll be back at it tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Watch out for them sharks. If you jump in that shark tank, you better be a shark. Peace. Let's see you guys tomorrow.